Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and we're going to be sitting in the Cessna Citation CJ4 and departing from 5T9 Maverick County Memorial Airport, and we're going to be heading on over to 2TA8L Coyote Ranch. So let's go ahead and bring up NeoFly. Let's accept that mission. Oh, and we're sitting at 2.1 million, so we're creeping on up there. Everything's looking okay. So hope everybody's...
I know it's going to be a good day when my favorite pilot is working.
...enjoying their Saturday. We're gonna decrease the
Captain,
volume.
this is dispatch. The VIPs do not look too happy today. It's probably best if we don't keep them waiting.
We're going to reduce the volume on the recording.
Roll out the red carpet. VIPs are on the way.
Alright, live time, live weather. Everything's looking good. It was raining last time we got here, so we could not see a thing. Go ahead and turn on seatbelt and safety lights.
Dispatch. Everyone is on board. Let's go.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Alright, we're getting rid of the trim. Release the parking brake. We're gonna go ahead and do... Doesn't look too cloudy out. We're going to start with 5,000. How's that? Alright. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking off. Maverick County Municipal Airport.
Have a smooth flight, if you know what I mean.
It's good to go here. Alright, here's the airport. So we're in Eagle Pass, Texas right now. Kind of a neat thumbnail. We'll go ahead and take that when we level out. There we go. Leveling out. Reducing engine throttle. Grab a thumbnail. We're gonna lift landing gear. Alright, cruise speed. 210, not too bad. Go ahead and pull up our maps here. Alright, so here we are leaving Eagle Pass. we're going to be heading to, where are we headed to here? Encino, Texas. And we're going to be headed over to the El Coyote Ranch Airport, 2TA. So airport is 5,506 feet in length, so that's not too bad. Elevation is 170 above sea level. So all not looking too bad. Cruise speed's at 220. We'll go ahead and pull up NeoFly here. We'll get a drink distribution going here at 52%, and then we will also undo the passenger safety and seatbelt lights. So once again, appreciate you tuning in, appreciate the love and support on the channel as always. It's been an interesting week for sure. We're cruising out here, so not too bad. We took off at runway 13 and we're landing in runway 13, so makes sense. And the total trip today is 170 miles. Nice clear skies. Let's go ahead and pull up our weather map. Alright, weather map. It looks like everything sort of pulled away. I think this is the junk that we had yesterday. And then now we're looking at this weather, and we're pretty much towards the bottom here. So we were alright, what's the name of the town? Encino. So it's not that. It's close to it though. So here's Encino. So we are pretty much at the bottom here. So should be clear skies moving forward. We'll move that over so that we can see here. Alright, so everything's looking good. 5,000 feet, or 5,200 to be exact. Coming up to Glass Ranch. We moved away from the city lights. Coming up to some spotted ones. Alright, drink distribution is done. Coming up to Miller Ranch, less than 5 miles out. And that is an airstrip. That's TA, what is that? TAB4. What's that one? Another ranch. A lot of ranches out here. So this one that we're coming up to is 1TE1. Oh yeah, I guess we should probably contact ATC. So we'll contact Houston, request flight following.
Houston Center, Cessna November 11361 is type Cessna C-25C for miles northeast of 1 Tango Sierra 6, 5,200 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna November 11361, Houston Center, Squawk 2117.
Squawk 2117, Cessna Tree 61.
Cessna Tree 61, radar contact 2 miles northwest of 1 Tango Echo 1, 5,300 feet. Altimeter Tree 000.
Roger, Cessna Tree 61.
Alright, good to go there. It's gonna be off to our right. Looking at this. The next major city, it looks like Laredo. It's gonna be Interstate 35. We're gonna be coming up to that first. I think this was 83. That's going to be off to straight ahead and to the right. And we're looking at there. So we got 79 nautical miles to go. It's about 13 minutes to the top of our descent. That's right here. And then, which really, top of our descent could probably be here because we're not fully at 10,000 feet, which was the original flight plan. We're only flying at 5,200. And the bearing is 130 degrees, 114. nautical miles. So we got 114 to go? Yeah. Alright, never knew that. So that 113 is going to be the same thing as the distance from the airport here. So we got 22 minutes to go for the entire flight. So in the meantime, I think we haven't done this in a while. We are going to bring up Bush Talk Radio. Let's see what's going on here. Let's log in. And see what we got going on. Alright, there is a bunch of stuff over there at that Laredo. There's a lake, Lake Casablanca.
Lake Casablanca is a reservoir on the Chacon Creek, 5 miles northeast of downtown Laredo, Texas, United States. The reservoir was formed in 1951 by the construction of a dam to provide recreational opportunities for the residents of Webb County. The current dam is the second built across the creek. A previous dam built in 1946 failed the following year during the initial attempted impounding of a reservoir. There are residential properties along the lake as well as a Texas state park. Surrounding the lake is a 525-acre park that was operated jointly by the city of Laredo and Webb County before it was leased by the state in 1990 and opened in March 1991 as the Lake Casablanca is fed by the Chacon Creek and San Ignacio Creek.
127.8. Good day.
Alright, we'll do the handoff.
127.8 for Cessna Tree 61. Center, Cessna November 11 Tree 61, 5,200 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Center, altimeter tree 000. Radar contact, continue.
Alright, so the other thing that we got going on is the World Trade International Bridge.
The World Trade International Bridge is one of 4 international bridges located in the cities of Laredo, Texas, and Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, that connect the United States and Mexico over the Rio Grande. It is owned and operated by City of Laredo and the Secretariat de Comunicaciones y Transportes. It is also known as Laredo International Bridge 4. The World Trade International Bridge's construction started on September 30, 1998, and the bridge was completed on April 15, 2000. The International Bridge was named in honor of a free world trade market because international trade is one of the key components to the Laredo, Nuevo Laredo economies. The World Trade International Bridge was built to alleviate traffic congestion in Interstate 35 south through Laredo, Texas, since most commercial traffic could only cross through the one lane dedicated to commercial vehicles at Juarez Lincoln International Bridge or the further North Columbia Solidarity International Bridge in Nuevo Leon. The World Trade International Bridge is a 14-lane bridge. The bridge is 977 feet long and 262 feet wide. The International Bridge is for commercial traffic only. The bridge is also known as Laredo North, Bridge 4, Laredo 4, Puente Internacional Nuevo Laredo 3 and Puente del Comercio Mundial Nuevo Laredo 3. The World Trade International Bridge is Nuevo Laredo's 3rd international bridge and Laredo's 4th since Laredo's 3rd is located at the Nuevo Leon, Texas border.
Alright, I think that's pretty much it for, because here's our airport, El Coyote Ranch, asphalt runway, and that sits right about there, or right about here, right? No, underneath it. Alright, so that sits like right there. We just did this Laredo, 2 of them, and we're going to be flying pretty much over here. So yeah, not too much out here, so not too much on bush talk. And there's Laredo right there, off to our right. Go ahead and grab that. Yeah, nah, we'll stick with the original one. I was looking at possibly getting a new thumbnail, but I think we're good. Alright, everything still looks good, 96%, 12.1 million. Hurricane is flying to North Carolina. Over in a small airport outside of Washington, North Carolina. This is the Pamlico Sound. Or I guess Pamlico River. Alright, either way they're going, their estimated time of arrival is 5:55 a.m. and current time is 4:47 a.m. Let's check out Snoop here. Snoop's estimated time of arrival is 5:31, and they are headed, I'm not sure where. There's Berlin. Let's go ahead and pull up a map here. Try to figure out where they are. So they're starting off just below Denmark. Which is Germany. Which makes sense with Berlin. And let's see if they might be crossing over. Yeah, they're definitely crossing over the border into Poland. And then I'm gonna guess that this right here, yeah, I think this right here is Ukraine. So yeah, they're headed over into Poland. So either way, they're looking good. Let's go ahead and pull up. So yeah, North Carolina 12 is Hurricane's airport, and EPDE is Snoop's. Co-pilot Gucci with Cleo as the flight attendant. And Hurricane's got Amina. We're still sitting here with Mad Dog and Camille. But cruising here, 99% happiness is all good. It's our full right window now for Laredo. And then it looks like things are going to get dark. Does say that our airport is lighted, so that is a good sign. And we're looking at about 6 minutes to the top of our descent, which is about 36 nautical miles out from the airport, if I'm reading that right. See if we can find the Milky Way here. There it is. ATC is probably a little quieter out here. Not really by a major city or anything. This is Highway 59. Get rid of maps there. We did turn off the seatbelt and passenger lights. I was kind of forgot about that, but looks like we did it. And this is, we're going to double check this, but it's looking like this is episode 86 in our NeoFly career. We were departing from Maverick County Memorial Airport over in Eagle Pass, Texas. And we are destination airport is El Coyote Ranch Airport in Encino, Texas. So our updates, we got 12.1 million. Snoopy and Hurricane are still looking good. And then our pilot, we're gonna head south into Mexico. Go ahead and get our description going. That should be 86. Let's go ahead and check our content. Nope, it looks like we're actually going to be 87. We got to fix that. Alright, but we are getting pretty close to the top of our descent. It's 17 nautical miles out. Cruising along, heading is 131. Let's make sure that we're still looking good as far as the airport goes. Looks like we can do a couple of clicks to the left here.
Harlingen Airport Information Golf, 0800 Zulu. Wind tree 56 at 4. Visibility, 10.
We got that weather loop.
Clear. Temperature, 25. Dew point.
We got to remember how to get rid of that.
2997. Visual runway tree 6 right and ILS runway tree 6 left in use. Landing and departing runway tree 6 right and runway tree 6 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have golf. Harlingen Airport Information Golf, 0800 Zulu. Wind tree 56 at 4. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, clear.
Alright, how do we get rid of that? I think...
Harlingen Airport Information Golf.
We just had to do that. It's like COM 2 gets broken. So I think we're good. Nice. Alright, we'll take it. There's Jim Hogg County Sheriff's Office. Has a helipad. Wonder.
Center, Cessna Tree 61. Cancel flight following.
Cessna Tree 61, center, cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Center, Cessna November 11 Tree 61 is type Cessna C-25C, 3 miles southwest of Kilo Hotel Bravo Victor, 5,200 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Tree 61, radar contact 3 miles southwest of Kilo Hotel Bravo Victor, 5,300 feet. Altimeter tree 000.
Roger, Cessna Tree 61.
Alright, we're going to look at the list of airports is what I meant to do there. Because I was thinking, even though we're kind of far out, I figure there's not too much around here that we might be able to find our airport. So it's 2TA8 is what we're looking for. And it should be El Coyote Ranch. That's not it. Alright, so there's Flying D Ranch. Not quite. But we are getting there. I'm almost curious if that dot out there is our airport. Alright, we are at the top of our descent. So about 2,000 feet should be good for
altitude.
Our approach. Because the runway only sits at 170 feet above elevation. Go ahead and execute that, and we'll put on the seatbelt and safety lights for our passengers. Then once we level out, our speed should drop, and we'll go ahead and get our landing gear ready. Crossing over 3,000.
Altitude.
Speed is dropping. Once that hits 200, we'll go ahead and do our landing gear. There we go. We'll increase our engine output. Let's try 72%, somewhere around there. Landing gear down.
Cessna Tree 61, contact Houston Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day.
128 decimal tree for Cessna Tree 61. Houston Center, Cessna November 11 Tree 61, 2,000 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Houston Center, altimeter 29er, radar contact, continue. Cessna Tree 61, contact approach on 119er decimal niner. Good day.
Going to 119er decimal niner, Cessna Tree 61. Approach, Cessna November 11 Tree 61, 2,000 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Approach. Altimeter 29er. Radar contact. Continue.
Alright, again, we're looking for 2 TA8. Should be coming up here. I don't see why that wouldn't be there. We'll just leave it on the first page here. Once that comes up, we'll get ready here because I'm pretty certain that this is it. Yep, El Coyote Ranch, 13 miles out. There it is. Alright, we'll pretty much announce our final on runway 13.
Tango Alpha 8 traffic. Cessna November 11361 is on final. Runway 13 to land. 2 Tango Alpha 8 traffic.
Alright, no idea where parking is. Alright, parking is at the end. All the way at the end to the right. So, not too bad. We'll go ahead and turn autopilot off. Take full control here. Go ahead and do some flaps. Wind is going left to right at about 7 knots. All right, 6 miles out. Landing gear good, flaps are good. Speed at 154, it's a little high. Let's pull back a little bit on the throttle. Speed's actually picking up, interesting, for the wind. All right, 900 feet. And speed looking good. 125. It's like right on the nose. Why we're coming in this far sideways. Wind's not that bad. All right, cutting throttle, looking at runway 13. Alright, not too bad.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Alright, once again, go ahead and move over here to the right. should find a parking spot down here.
Tango Alpha 8 traffic. Cessna November 11361 is taxiing to parking. 2 Tango Alpha 8 traffic.
Alright, we'll go ahead and just park down by this car. Set our parking brake. We can turn that off. Flip our switches here. Cut our engines down.
Transporter, you can open the doors and begin the disembarkation.
Alright, so welcome to Enrico, Texas, in the El Coyote Ranch, 2TAB. We are 2TAB, we'll call it.
Transporter, all the passengers have disembarked. Good job. See you soon.
So until next time, appreciate you tuning in, appreciate the love and support.
Let's go.
And we'll see you on the next one as we head into Mexico. We're pretty much on the bottom of Texas, so I can't imagine that our next trip isn't there. So we're going to do this, end flight, do this, and end recording. So once again, guys, do appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you soon. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Saturday.